SPL Week 3, it's me, Jim. Conflict versus Triangles, let's get into it. I'm a big fan of both of these players, excited to see this one. Zap meta. You wouldn't dare blow up, would you? No. Triangles with Protect Zap lead. Underrated set. I really like Protect Zap. With Toxic especially. We've got Sarah Snook entering the field, Australian actress. Will we see a Toxic? No. Thunderbolt Blissey from Conflict and Seismic Toss from Triangles. And Calm Mind Blissey makes a lot of sense. Does Triangles have something to withstand this? This could run away with things quickly. Are you really fishing for freezes this early? Are you in shambles already? Jeez. Calm Mind Blissey can be one of those fellows that just gets you. A Clairvoyant switch into a Claydol. On that Thunderbolt, if that was an Ice Beam, we would have been in a different world, perhaps. Where Triangles was forced to explode. Will we see the Explode? No. Triangles. Bluffing Explode was enough there. Conflict not risking the loss of Blissey just yet. And in comes Skarmory. Skarmory can layer up if Triangles wants to here. Indeed. Take a T-Bolt. Conflict very likely to have like Claydol in the back based on Blissey meta Milo. It's Tyranitar. This one layer has earned some chip on this Tyranitar and no leftovers on that tar. Could be Band, could be Lum. We'll have to see. Band would be interesting on a team such as this. I think it's not based on that damage. HP Ground from Triangles. Protect HP Ground. You don't see that too often, folks. You often see Peck or Taunt or something on this more speedy HP Ground Skarms. That's a name not appropriate for YouTube on that Suicune. I don't know about that. But it is going to check this this Tyranitar and force it out. That's likely a Lumberry on that tar then, I would say. I think a Bantar Rock Slide would do a bit more to Skarm, especially if it's HP Ground. It's got a bit less bulk, right? Just thrown it a Surf. Pretty good chip on that Salamence. Do you have Ice Beam? No, just Raw. That was already revealed. A crazy set could have had Ice Beam. You never know. And Triangles is looking pretty great here. There's no real avenue for Conflict to get what I assume is a Claydol in the back on the field. Just applying a lot of pressure with this Spike, and this Suicune is threatening. Conflict needs to claw back a little bit. Here's Claydol with that avenue to spin, of course. Similar matchup, similar structures. Conflict probably has the more aggressive team with a mixed Salamence and a Tyranitar. Triangles has a more late game focused win condition in the form of Suicune. That's got to be a banned Metagross, by the way, with that enormous crit damage. At least Skarm is still standing, though. At least it didn't fall to that one. Unfortunate crit, though. Skarm on its last legs. Conflict can spin away that Spike if it comes to it, and then we're in big trouble. Toxicking the Melodic. Ballsy stay in from Conflict there, jeez. I think Zap was trying to catch that Blissey coming in, if anything. And pressure it so that it can't Calm Mind and cause problems. But kind of a great stay from Conflict there. Earning a Toxic on the Zapdos, one of the biggest threats Triangles has, and all of a sudden, not looking excellent. Oh, bit of an overpredict on that Psychic. I wonder if Conflict thought like a Gengar was in the back. I guess it's possible. I wonder what that Psychic was trying to hit. Maybe Zapdos? A bit more chip on Zapdos. I still think Spin would have been better, though, if you were thinking Zapdos comes in. Either way, Conflict still probably, I prefer his spot here. I think Conflict is in a better position. Doesn't choose to refresh on Melodic. Do you not have it? Pretty aggressive team, actually. So it might be like Ice Beam or Hypnosis or something else. No, it is Refresh. Alright. Crisis averted there. And you can heal this Melodic up pretty simply. Very simple and swift. I just missed the Blissey Aromatherapy, to my mistake. The Zapdos is now a threat once again. Are you going to Toxic again this time? Ah, no. Conflict with some conditioning. Triangle's a bit frightened to simply Toxic on what could easily be a Melodic stay based on Conflict's prior choice. Blissey dangerously low, however. Are we going to see something full here? No. So Blissey still insanely low, 34. It needs to squeeze in against Suicune or Zapdos in the future for a heal. Didn't even choose to heal on the prior turn. Some crazy clicks here at Earthquake. Trying to catch maybe that Metagross coming in. Or the Tyranitar. Or even the Blissey. But the Blissey probably would be too dangerous to enter there. Not the Blissey, I imagine. This is a pretty close game. Conflict's Calm Mind Blissey is pretty excellent in the matchup. And yeah, it gets the heal. So all that effort to bring Blissey low is now worth very little. Although you have the initiative on the Calm Minds here, actually. So you can spam Calm Mind, roar out this Blissey. This could be Triangle's avenue to victory here. This could be it. The problem is you eventually have to rest, which leaves you vulnerable to a explosion. So it doesn't quite, it's not quite a slam dunk yet. Melodic's going to Toxic you, forcing you to rest. Oh, dodged it though. I still think Melodic just clicks it again. Melodic very specially bulky. So you're going to force this to rest. Oh, you Surf. Alright. Still, yeah, taking nothing. Just Toxic. Suicune's forced to rest. I guess Triangles is forcing Conflict to explode later. Oh. Just exits from that enormous Suicune to get a bit more chip heal on Skarmory. Maybe that's what you need, actually. That was a safe entry point for Skarm on what was obviously going to be a recover. Skarm now back up to 20%. Suicune forced in. Conflict is wary to pull the trigger on Explosion. Understandably, a one wrong move on Explosion could be an enormous disaster, of course. Triangles can Aromatherapy this. Chooses to. Gonna get Claydol in. Explosion mind game here. If you do land an Explosion on this Blissey, you're looking pretty solid, honestly. But neither player risking it. Some safe gameplay from both ends here. Didn't want to pull the trigger on Explode. Also didn't want to risk your Blissey. And a nice brick break on the Blissey coming in from Conflict. Good brick break there. Blissey forced to waste a turn healing, and in comes Banned Metagross, applying a bit more pressure. With the attack raise, now it's pretty damn rough to handle this Metagross. This Metagross is going to do a lot. Suicune going to fall to another Meteor Mash. Yeah, goodbye. And another attack raise is disastrous. Zapdos is obviously gonna faint momentarily. The Conflict just wants to save Metagross's health, of course, yeah. You could have taken out Zapdos, but what's the point? You got Blissey to completely wall it. Why lose Metagross health when you don't have to? Claydol forced in again. I mean, Triangles has got a really rough matchup into the Carmine Blissey. Forced to make awkward plays like this every time it comes in, so as to not lose on this spot. And then Claydol cannot withstand another Ice Beam. So conflict with that banned Metagross and that Carmine Blissey is probably going to break through Triangles pretty soon here. Goes for a bold Fire Blast there. This Blissey has Ice Beam. That was a bold move, that Fire Blast. But Conflict just gets Metagross in with little drawback, and Meteor Mash goes insane. Everything pretty much falls to it. Yep, goodbye Zapdos. Ban Metagross is going to score such value in this end game. Doug last makes a lot of sense, so at least Triangles gets rid of that. Doug could be a saving grace, but Triangles is absolutely out of steam. Zapdos and Suicune were the only forms of, offense or any kind of win condition at all, and both are gone. Doug Trio cannot really make miracles happen. And there's Claydol gone. What do you do about Carmine Blissey now? Very little. Carmine Blissey kind of goes to the moon. Melodic even just walls you enormously. You're trying to Doug the Blissey. Trying for something, but I think you're out of steam, Triangles, unfortunately. You can aromatherapy that Toxic, but to what end? Let's put this on fast mode for the end game here. As Triangles attempts to make something happen. But it's not gonna be enough, folks. A valiant effort. But Conflict's playing, just carefully biding his time. Breaking through at the right moments. There was an unfortunate attack raise in there, but in passive games like this, you expect a bit of luck like that to seep through the cracks, It's not something you can complain about too much. If you repeat a loop multiple times, eventually they're going to get the flinch or something. The Ice Beam freeze, stuff like that. In longer games. And then a Claydol simply explodes to secure this one. Well played from Conflict. An excellent player, showing why he's so excellent. Triangles had a pretty uphill battle in this one, especially against that Carmine Blissey. GG to both gamers. Thank you for watching, folks, and we'll see you in the next one.